So the first pakoras I had was when I moved to the UK 20 years ago, and they scarred me for life because they were so stodgy and they were completely like golf balls. So I thought we could do some pakoras because they're the easiest things to do. It goes wonderfully with a cup of chai. It goes fabulously well with some wine or gin. So they're great starters. Takes a minute as long as you know what you're going to do. The first thing is obviously you've got to blend it all in together. Now it doesn't matter what you start with. You can make pakoras with anything, any vegetables that are in season. I'm doing onion and spinach ones. So I've got here some sliced onions, which I put in here. Don't slice your onions a long time before because you don't want the water to come out. And then equal amount of spinach. Again, this is fresh baby spinach that we've put into it. So you've put your vegetables in there. And then what you need to do is add some gram flour. The good thing with pakoras is they're gluten free because you don't use any normal flour. So let's put about 2 tablespoons of gram flour. We don't put too much because otherwise your pakoras are going to be very stodgy. If you want, you can put 1 tablespoon of rice flour as well because that makes it crispy, but not optional. A little bit of chopped coriander that we're putting in, and then a little bit of green chilies. Now again, this is optional. I'm putting a little bit in to give you a little bit of a kick. Some coriander seeds, which are actually quite whole because what they'll do is they'll give you a bite when you bite into your pakora. Turmeric and some salt. Yeah? And all you do is first you mix up all these dry ingredients properly. Once they're mixed up, then comes the next bit. The moisture from the onions will actually start binding it together. And the secret is that you've got to then judge it and make sure. Don't be tempted to put lots of gram flour into it because what it will do is it'll turn it stodgy. Then once you've got it sort of all together, that's when you have your water and you start adding water little by little. So I would almost start off by putting about 3 tablespoons of water into it and then mixing it. So you can now see that we've actually brought it together, we've stirred it and we've turned it into a mix, and you can see that it's holding together but it's not a stodgy mix. And this is the point that we now know that the pakora is now going to be ready to actually fry. So get it into this way and then we start frying the pakoras. The best way to make a pakora is to make sure your oil is right. If the oil is too hot, it's going to burn your pakoras on the outside and keep them raw inside. And if the oil is not hot enough, what's going to happen is it's going to be really, really greasy. So your oil's got to be brought up to a smoking point and then reduced. So that's the secret to having really nice pakoras. And the other thing is that do not make your pakoras 3 days in advance and keep it, because you're going to get really greasy pakoras. No matter what, they don't really heat up in the oven. So if you want to heat it and you want to serve it, the way you do it is half fry your pakoras, keep it ready, and then when you're ready to serve, heat your oil and then just dip them in, give them a minute, and they're ready to go. So here you can see we've heated our oil. Oil's coming up nicely to smoking point. We put a little bit of the pakora inside it and to see if it's ready, and if you find that it's floating to the top, we know the oil's at the right temperature. So you start doing them slowly and keeping them separate and frying them. They take about 4-5 minutes in total to fry, and then out of the pan into your tray and serve them with some tamarind chutney or some mint and coriander chutney or even some yogurt. It's absolutely fantastic.